Hey, it's Steve, and this is episode 3 of iHitSendSunday with Steve and my co-host Oliver, who doesn't really do much, but he looks pretty. This next one is from a guy named Cal, and he says, "Hi Steve, my name is Calvin. You can call me Cal. I'm gonna call you Cal. I'm a 19-year-old boy from Holland." Oh, that's so dope, dude. "I really like your videos and your advice, so I wanted to tell my story and get some advice from you. I'm struggling my whole life like almost every LGBT kid. I know I'm gay since I've known I was gay since 12 years old, and I know my parents won't accept me. When my sisters are talking about gay subjects, my dad always gets really angry and says that all gay people are sick and should be killed. Also, I'm his only son, and it's really important for Asian people to pass your last name, given your surname, to your children. I just don't know anymore what I have to do. I just feel so alone and can't talk to anyone about it. I've never told anyone that I'm gay. But my other problem is that I really want a relationship. I just want a person who loves me and hugs me and can comfort me when I'm sad. I tried some apps like Grindr, but people just don't want to talk to me when they know I'm Asian. White people just don't like Asians, I think. But I don't want to be Asian. I'm Asian and gay. Like, nobody likes me. I'm 19 years old and still a virgin and never even kissed anyone. I just don't know what to do anymore. I feel so depressed right now. Can you give me some feedback or some advice? I hope to speak with you soon, and sorry for the bad English. Kind regards, Cal." Cal, greetings from the USA, man. I always wanted to check out Holland, so maybe someday I'll make it over there. So your dad hates gay people. That sucks. That's like so bad. It's so bad. But you don't deserve to grow up in a household like that. We don't all deserve to die, and you don't deserve to be growing up in a household where that kind of talk is tolerated. Now, I know in Asian culture, as you told me, that carrying on the last name is very important, and that you would be letting down the whole family. But you know what? When you're growing up with a man's last name who thinks all people of your kind should die, maybe passing on his name isn't on your priority list. I don't know you, Cal, but it wouldn't be on mine. I wouldn't want to carry on the man's name if I grew up in a household where he was constantly talking about how people like me should die. I'm sure that's a huge cause of depression, because how can you feel safe in your own house? How can you feel safe in your own house? That's horrible, man. I'm sorry. That's really shitty. Now, as for this racism thing, yeah, there's rampant racism in the LGBT community. Even on Grindr profiles, they'll say no blacks, no femmes, no Asians, and no whatever. And you know what? That's like super ignorant, and I can totally understand that, because it's something that's outside of your control that somebody's telling you is not for them, and that's gotta sting. That's gotta sting. There's no way to conquer ignorance. That's the problem. You know, ignorance is always the battle, but there's always going to be ignorant people who think that, you know, no Asian on earth will be good enough for them. But you know what, Cal? You're probably an awesome guy. And that guy who told you that he's not going to date you because you're, you know, Asian, he's probably wrong. He would probably be so happy to be with a guy half as cool as you. And you have to know that, because he's going to be ignorant. He'll probably be ignorant to the day he dies. Any one of those guys who, like, says that, you know, they don't date any, ethnicities other than Caucasian or whatever they think, they're gonna die ignorant unless like something happens and they change their mind around, like that movie American History X. You kind of just have to take it in stride, and I know that sounds horrible, but what you have to know in your heart is that they're wrong. You know, that they're wrong because they're not giving you a chance because you're Asian doesn't mean that you're undateable. It just means that you aren't gonna be dating that ignorant prick. And that's what he is. He's an ignorant prick. So, you know what, keep your head up high. Being Asian does not make you some kind of diseased person that people don't want to be around. It's just that some people are so ignorant that they don't think they could ever be happy with somebody half as cool as you. And that's their problem. They're missing out on an entire spectrum of people that can make them very happy, but because they're so miserable, they can't see that happening. I'm sorry about rampant racism. Racism is a huge issue, and I have no idea how to solve it besides just, I don't know, like telling ignorant people, you're fucking ignorant every time they do something racist. Like, every time they say like something about a race, you can just be like, hey, you're fucking ignorant. Have a good day. And I think that's how we should handle it, probably. Do not worry about passing on the lineage. That is far too much responsibility for you to be bearing at the age of 19. Asian culture or not, his last name is the last name of a very hateful person, it sounds like. So you know what, don't worry about passing on the last name. Worry about living a fulfilling life for you and not for your ancestors or whatever. And I know that sounds very ignorant of me, probably, talking on behalf of Asian culture. But you know what? Fuck that. I mean, then call it ignorant, but be happy, you know? Ignorance is bliss. And yeah, you know, try to make it out of there. I'm sorry about the racism, man. I wish I could solve it. You shouldn't be judged by, you know, the color of your skin. You should be judged by how great your blowjob is. So work on that blowjob. That was really wrong. I'm sorry. That was really wrong. Oh God. I meant your person. I was joking, but you know, like your personality and stuff. You know, if they want to judge you on the skin, think that you can't make them happy, then they're an idiot. They're an idiot, and you don't want to date them anyway. All right. So I hope that helped, man. That's episode 3, and that was week 4 of I Hit Send. Thank you, everyone who wrote in. Anyone who wants to write in, write to the email iHitSendInquiries@gmail.com. And you could be on next week's episode. I'll talk to you guys then. Oliver, any last words?